Alrighty. What is up to all the earth signs? You have the privilege of being the second element, having the second video, I'll put it that way, second live video that I ever do on live YouTube Live. I'll put it that way as well. I hope y'all are doing a-okay tonight. Alright, we are going to start off with Taurus. I do apologize, I haven't figured out if there's a capability for mirror imaging here on YouTube Live, but I'm going to work around it. So neither here nor there. Yes, what do we have for Taurus? 3 cards for the next 6 months. What can we tell Taurus about the next 6 months? Any issues that may pop up for them? What do we have for Taurus? Alright, 3 more, Taurus. 1, 2, and 3. Alrighty, if y'all are new here, whether you're here during the live stream or not, even if you happen to show up to this reading after the live stream has ended, this is the Bridge Shuffle, and that is the green light, excuse me, the green light to send me scissors or anything sharp and pointy, so go ahead and do so now. It's not necessarily necessary, but neither here nor there. Thank y'all for interacting with me in the comments, and we're going to go ahead and cut the deck with those scissors. Alright, Taurus, here is your situation, here's the challenge, and here is the possible outcome and or advice. Alright, and we will get 1 oracle card for your overall theme and or topic. What do we have for Taurus? What do we need to tell Taurus moving forward for the next 6 months? Alright, 3 more shuffles. A 1, a 2, a 3. Alright, and we will cut this deck as well. So Taurus, your overall theme and or topic, the first card on top of the deck, we do have Time to Rise. Time to Rise. This is giving Phoenix rising out of the ashes vibes, almost like the Death card, rebirth, death rebirth, if you will. Time to Rise. I do feel like there's some sort of action that you're needing to take in the next 6 months, possibly currently while we are in eclipse season. This could be very important for the next 6 months that you take this action and or take charge of your life to some degree. We are going to read from the overall, from the guidebook for the overall theme and or topic, Time to Rise. Life is beautiful. It is bright with potential and possibility and filled with moments of laughter and delight. But life is not just love and light. We also experience moments when life does not unfold as we had hoped or planned. We experience disappointments and failures that weigh us down and ground us. We become afraid to try again, to fly, lest we fail and fall. Don't allow disappointment and unmet expectations to weigh you down. Be open-hearted, be kind to yourself. Yes, take ownership, but then reevaluate your expectations, take stock, and determine when, how, and why things went awry. Being afraid to fail is not reason enough not to make another attempt, especially when our mistakes can be studied and learned from. Figure out what went wrong so you can do it right next time. It could also be said that failure is the best possible beginning because it does serve to ground you. When you fail first, you won't take anything for granted the next time. There's also only one direction in which you can travel when you're at rock bottom, and that's up. See any failure or disappointment as an opportunity to learn, and then put the past behind you. Let them be the ashes of what was. Armed with new knowledge and wisdom, be like the phoenix and rise again. It's time to see potential and possibility once more and allow both to lift you to new heights. Okay, so yes, I do feel like, yes, it is time to rise, possibly from a failed experience. I do feel like even if there is a fear of failure, what we truly want is on the other side of that fear. The only thing to fear is fear itself, as we all have heard the saying. And yes, once more, I do want to remind y'all that what we truly want is on the other side of fear. So even if you make a mistake, you can always learn from that mistake and keep trying, because I do feel like the universe favors the stubborn hearts, the ones that stay consistent. And yeah, I do feel like with the Eight of Pentacles, how you're showing up in this situation, you definitely could be hard at work, attempting to try again. You could be very consistent with what you do, whether it's a hobby or the field of your career, a career field, I'll put it that way. You're definitely wanting to put your head down, do the work, put in effort towards something. Maybe it's a relationship, possibly. Maybe it's a hobby, like I said, or whatever you do in your work environment. With the Hierophant and the challenge, this feels like it's almost challenging to get your daily routines and or habits aligned with your belief systems. I'm not sure if you are believing that, oh, I'm never going to get this right, I'm never going to succeed, I'm never going to accomplish this goal, I'm never going to be successful in whatever area of my life. I'm not sure if you're believing these things, but hey, these are limited beliefs. Do keep in mind that our belief systems create our reality, you know, and as many times as you have the belief that, hey, this isn't going to work out, I'm going to try, but it's not going to work out, well, the outcome can definitely manifest, you know, because of your belief. Keep that in mind. Oh, this will work out if I believe. Even if I fail a couple times, I will learn from that failure, and based off of what I learn, oh, this is my mistake. This is why I failed this time and that time and possibly a few other times. I will learn from here on out not to do it in this way, in this manner, and I will move forward and correct those mistakes, right? Also with the Hierophant, this is possibly about conformity. The Hierophant can talk about, yes, tradition. Maybe you'd love to do things the traditional way. And it's like, no, I gotta stay consistent. I have to do things in this manner. It's gotta be by the book, right? I have to take effort like this, and this is how it's gotta be. It's only black and white. When in reality, life isn't always just black and white. There's a gray area, you know? I do feel like if you, yes, are finding it challenging to, you know, align your belief systems with your daily routines and habits, this could be maybe you're, you know, wanting to set a certain schedule for yourself. I feel like with the Hierophant in the reverse, this could be that you're needing to come through with an out-of-the-box, a creative solution, possibly. Now, what I don't like about the possible outcome and or advice being Ten of Swords, this is an ending, an outright ending. It's dead and done. No matter how many times I tried, you know, I either failed in this relationship, no matter how many times I gave this person advice on how to treat me, or maybe I set so many boundaries and they still couldn't, you know, they still couldn't behave in a manner that was conducive towards the relationship with me. I wouldn't beat yourself up too many times. You know, I feel like there is a spiritual lesson that you're finding it challenging to learn from this situation, a spiritual lesson, and possibly trying to force things. I don't know if you know, you're attempting to put in effort into a relationship or a hobby or a job environment, possibly that you're forcing things into this, whatever example. Like, no, this is how, you know, I want my life to be. I'm going to set schedules for myself, sleep schedules, maybe wake up in the morning and exercise, learn up on what I have to learn up on, you know, be more knowledgeable in whatever topics I need to be learned up on. I do feel like in the next 6 months, this could have something to do with people pleasing. This could have something to do with how empathic you can be at this time in the next 6 months. Keep in mind, we as empaths can be people pleasers. We want to see this relationship work. Therefore, we're going to put so much effort into this relationship, into this. I don't feel like it's a hobby necessarily. It could be, but the Hierophant deals with higher levels of commitment. And then technically, if we're talking about the Ten of Swords, this is the ultimate betrayal, the backstabbing. And as many of you may or may not know, betrayal only happens and or is forced upon us from a friend, a family member, someone we love and put our trust into. It's never from an enemy. You know what I'm saying? We expect the enemy to backstab us, to gossip and say, you know, nasty things, or create rumors, spread rumors, whatever. You know, but then the Ten of Swords is like, oh, that's a friend of mine. They would never do that. That's a family member. You know, blood is thicker than water, so they say. But then it's like, oh, that's a red flag. I wasn't expecting this from my friend or my family member. Oh, that's another red flag. All these red flags pile up to where it's like Ten of Swords, you know? The ultimate ending. I feel like there is a spiritual lesson in possibly giving to the wrong people, knowing when to give, knowing when to receive, possibly. It's like, yeah, I find it challenging to get this marriage off the ground. I find it challenging to receive some sort of higher level of commitment, possibly with this person. I think all because their intentions weren't in line or in alignment with yours. I feel like because of this Ten of Swords, though, the good news is you will take all the energy, all the spiritual lessons that you've learned from this, and you will rise in the next 6 months from this betrayal, from this backstabbing, from this ending. You will rise and take what you've learned and try again. You know, sure, there might be a little bit of a fear of failure, maybe even a little bit of trust issues based off of that last person or that last career, work environment. But if you work through those trust issues and you're able to trust yourself again, I do feel like, yes, you will rise from the ashes and you'll attempt to give another relationship a shot, you know? And comparing this new person to the person that betrayed you, I'm sure you will see that what you actually want from a relationship, what you actually want out of a hobby, a work environment, focusing on the solution of what you want will give you the results that you desire. Alrighty, Taurus, that is what I have for you. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the cards back into the deck. Thank you all for being patient with me. This is my second live video, and also thank you all for all the support from the last few years. I did start off Facebook Live. I did transition from Facebook Live to TikTok, and I worked my butt off to get the live capabilities there on TikTok. And here I am now on YouTube Live, It's been quite a journey. So thank you all for all the love and support. It is very much appreciated. Alrighty, we're going to move on to Virgo. Whoops. Alrighty. What up to all the Virgos out there? Hello, hope y'all are doing a-okay. Alright, what do we have for Virgo? What do we have for Virgo? Keep in mind, I will be putting timestamps in the comments below, so it's not so confusing as to, well, where does the Virgo reading start? Where does the Capricorn reading start? Right? Okay. What do we have for Virgo? What do we need to say to Virgo? What message does Virgo need for the next 6 months? 3 more. A 1, a 2, a 3. Alrighty, y'all. If you are new here to Free Will Tarot, usually on my TikTok lives, I do a bridge shuffle, and that bridge shuffle is the green light to send scissors or anything sharp and pointy of the emoji variety. No matter if this is live or if this video has, the live stream has ended, go ahead and send scissors or anything sharp and pointy of the emoji variety. I love it when y'all interact with me. I do appreciate it. He said, I'm listening, just cleaning. Awesome. Not a problem. Alrighty. We're going to go ahead and cut the deck. Thank y'all for interacting with me one more time. Alright, for the next 6 months, Virgo. Here is the situation. Here is the challenge. And here is the possible outcome and or advice. And then we're going to get an overall theme and or topic for the Virgo collective for the next 6 months. From the Oracle deck. Alright, what do we have for Virgo? Next 6 months, what does Virgo need to hear for the next 6 months? Alright, 3 more. 1, 2, and 3. Alright, go ahead and cut the deck again. So, Virgo collective, your overall theme and or topic from the top of the deck is raise them up. Raise them up. I do feel like there is a specific person, maybe even other individuals, a group of people maybe, that you are feeling a pull to support or be supportive of. I don't know if this person is needing validation and or reassurance. It definitely could be the case. Raise them up. There's some sort of support and or I don't want to say it's necessarily a handout. It definitely could be. Maybe it's reassurance that this person needs. Maybe this is a handout if they're asking for some sort of a loan or maybe a raise. I don't know why that's coming to mind, but it's more so this person is asking for assistance, whether it be financial assistance, to borrow money, or some sort of help in the sense of maybe this person has some low self-esteem, you know, that they need to work through. I do feel like you give practical advice, Virgo. You can be a good friend when needed to be. Raise them up. We're going to get a deeper message from the guidebook. Raise them up. Okay. Raise them up. We cannot choose the family into which we are born, nor at times do we have a choice in who we work with. We can choose our friends. With that in mind, why would we choose people who make us feel bad about ourselves? or those who have made a habit of ridiculing others. It's time to stop making excuses for those who tear others down with the intent to harm. It is unkind, unnecessary behavior that does not achieve anything except to cause pain. The best friends we can have are those who encourage and support us. Their belief, their faith in us, strengthens our belief in ourselves. Avoid those who seek to make you doubt yourself or your purpose. Critical and objective advice should be listened to and weighed. But those who are dismissive, who use backhanded compliments or use emotional manipulation and punishment to prevent you from doing anything other than what they believe is best, should be given no power or freedom to do so. Be the friend to others that you deserve to have in your life and space. Raise them up. Help them to see the good within themselves. Be a mirror of the good that you see in other people's hearts. Okay, so maybe you are or have been dealing with others that ridicule and or poke fun and or give backhanded compliments. It definitely could be time to walk away from those type of individuals, and I mean walk away in the sense of emotionally detaching. With the Eight of Cups coming up in your situation, how you are behaving and or how you are showing up to this reading, possibly for the next 6 months, I do feel like you are recognizing these traits in other people. And it's possibly about time that you're like, okay, nah, I can't do it, says the Virgo. I can't. I don't see the good in those behaviors, in that treatment. It's like, I see your heart and it's cold. It's not good intentional, or the intentions aren't good, you know, from these specific individuals. And it definitely could be challenging to have equal give and take from these individuals with the Six of Pentacles and the challenge. It's like maybe you feel like you're being breadcrumbed, Virgo. You definitely could be feeling like you're being breadcrumbed, like all the effort, action you're taking, all the energy you're putting into a specific relationship maybe is like not being reciprocated, and or maybe you're feeling taken advantage of. At the very least, taken for granted. I do know that Virgos can, yes, have good hearts. They give. They're good at being friends. But their kindness can be looked at as weakness, and we can be walked all over. I do have Virgo rising myself, so I know the feeling. Yeah, it's like our kindness is looked at as weakness, but not necessarily. You know? I feel like as long as your intentions are known by you, you don't necessarily have to prove to others who, one, have trust issues themselves they have to work through, and or, you know, you don't necessarily have to prove your intentions as long as you know your intentions are good. With the Moon card coming up as the possible outcome and or advice, this could be that the possible outcome, there's a lot of unknowns, there's a lot of uncertainty, possibly even some fears about how the future could turn out, especially after walking away from individuals that don't trust your intentions. It's like, well, first off, take a look at yourself in the mirror before accusing me of having bad intentions. Are you necessarily projecting onto the Virgo, says Virgo, are you projecting onto me your own fears, your own bad intentions? You know, when you accuse me of doing this or doing that, doing something for the money, doing something for the accolades, for the attention, you know what I'm saying? It's like, just because I'm offering to help or give some sort of assistance and raise them up does not mean that I have bad intentions and want something in return. I do feel like, yeah, you could find it challenging to get some sort of equal give and take from certain individuals, and possibly because they haven't taken a look at their own intentions. They have not done some reflection upon where they are in their own life, why they give effort to specific people, and or you know, why they feel it's necessary to criticize or accuse others of bad intentions when, like I said, they have not looked at themselves in the mirror and or did the necessary reflecting about their own intentions. I feel like no matter if you have fear of, you know, the unknown, maybe fear of abandonment, maybe fear of failure, what we want is on the other side of fear. I do want to remind y'all, what we truly desire is on the other side of fear. So definitely take a look at your own belief systems. Trust that the universe has your back, first and foremost, right? If you know your heart is golden, you are set, and the intention, in the realm of intentions, let's put it that way, then the universe will send you other individuals like yourself, as long as you trust that the universe has your back. Yeah, to give an overall recap, you might have to walk away from certain individuals, Virgo, that don't serve your higher good, or that are having bad intentions, projecting their own ugly heart onto you. I do feel like there is someone that you are wanting to raise up, raise their spirits, be supportive of these individuals, possibly. If it's more than one, then sure, individuals. But if it's one person, you definitely could be supportive. But I do feel like there are, yes, other individuals that you might end up emotionally detaching from, because it's challenging to have that equal give and take, because you see that they are wanting something in return when they give to you. When they give, they expect something, almost like it's conditional. Well, I'll give you this, I'll give you some sort of assistance, Virgo, but it's going to be under the condition that I get this, that, and this in return. It's like, wait a second, that's not equal give and take. I'm finding it challenging to have that equal give and take. I'm finding it challenging to assist you and or be supportive of what you're doing, because it creates fears, anxiety, illusions in my own life. I do feel like that is what I have for you, Virgo. I hope it was helpful, maybe even insightful. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the cards back into the deck. And thank you all for all the love and support. It is greatly appreciated, maybe even muchly so. With that being said, here in about less than a minute, we will move on to the Capricorn reading. Okay. What is going on, Capricorn Collective? Hope y'all are doing A-okay, doing well, staying safe and happy. Thank you all for being patient with me, but also thank you for all the support and love. All right, what do we have for Capricorn? What do we have for Capricorn for the next 6 months? What can we tell Capricorn moving forward for the next 6 months? All right, 3 more. A 1, a 2, a 3. If y'all are new here to Free Will Tarot, when I do the bridge shuffle, that is the green light to send scissors or anything sharp and pointy of the emoji variety. This is my normal go-to interaction with TikTok Live followers. Neither here nor there. Even if I don't have too many interacting with me in the comments now here live, it's definitely welcomed from anyone that views this live video after the live stream has ended. All right? There it is, and there it was. TWAS, twas. Go ahead and send me scissors or anything sharp and pointy of the emoji variety. And I'm going to go ahead and cut the deck. Thank you all for interacting with me in the comments. It is very much appreciated. All right, Capricorn. We do have your situation, how you are showing up to this reading anyways, the challenge, and the possible outcome and or advice. Alrighty, so we're going to get one oracle card for your overall theme and or topic for the next 6 months. What do we have for Capricorn? Next 6 months. What can we tell Capricorn for the next 6 months? Overall theme and or topic. All right, 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Alrighty, Capricorn, so your first, or the top card on the deck, your overall theme and or topic is stand up and fight. I don't necessarily agree with physical fighting. I don't subscribe to that sort of thing. I do, however, feel like stand up and fight is fighting for what you believe in, fighting for what is the right thing to do, possibly the right thing to say, the right thing to do though, overall. Stand up and fight. I do feel like there's some sort of advocating for the right thing, for some sort of justice. Yeah. Something unjust or unfair is going on in your environment, possibly in the next 6 months or currently. And I feel like you're about to stand up for yourself, stand up for someone else possibly, and advocate for the right thing, for the fair and just outcome that you would like to see. Stand up and fight. We're going to get a deeper message from the guidebook. If I can find it here. All right, thank you all for being patient with me. Stand up and fight. Sometimes we experience moments when we see a situation as being unfair, when we feel dismissed, unheard, disrespected, or oppressed. It is essential that we all learn to recognize injustice and speak out against it. If this is the case in your present, then it is time for you to stand up and be more assertive. It is time to fight. Speak up. Demand a just and equitable outcome. There are also times when we fight for the wrong reasons. We find ourselves triggered by an opinion or action, reacting first and thinking second. We overreact and see personal attack or disrespect where none exists. We all have triggers, and sometimes those triggers will be with us for our entire lives. But if we learn what our triggers are and are more mindful of how they make us behave, they can have less influence. Sometimes we have to make a conscious effort to dull our blades instead of sharpening them. Learn to recognize your triggers. What sort of treatment or language makes you feel angry, afraid, and reactive? There are also circumstances when the best way to fight is by doing nothing. Be careful not to waste your time and energy fighting a battle that will not bring the change you need or serves only to make an attacker feel more empowered. Instead, bide your time. Remember that you own your feelings, nor do you require anyone's validation. Okay, so there's definitely a situation here where you feel like something is unjust, unfair. Maybe you feel like you're being oppressed. Maybe you feel like you're being unheard. And it's quite synchronistic that we get the justice card in your situation. This tells me that, yeah, there definitely could be something unfair, unjust. Maybe you do feel unheard, or you are being oppressed to some degree. I feel like you are wanting to do the right thing. You're wanting to speak your truth. You're wanting to fight for a fair outcome and or advocate for such a thing. With the Sun card in the challenge, though, it's almost as if you might not know all of the facts. I feel like, yes, you once upon a time could have been happy with knowing the facts, trusting yourself that, hey, I too can advocate for the right thing. But as the guidebook suggested, are you fighting for the right reasons? Do you have all the facts? Do you have all the truth? You know, maybe you speak your truth, coming across as the justice card in the situation. But I feel like you might not know everyone's intentions, you know? The Sun card in the challenge, I'm going to read it as a reversal. It's a lack of optimism, a lack of clarity, a lack of the full truth of the picture, not being able to see the full picture, basically. And then it's like, yeah, Four of Cups, emotional dissatisfaction. It's like, oh, well, I'm kind of bored with the situation now. Now that I possibly do in the next 6 months, you know, realize this person's intentions were good, and they too are advocating against some sort of evil intentions or bad intentions necessarily. I do feel like you'll be bored with the situation. It's like, oh, well, they do have good intentions, so why am I even putting all this energy, all this effort, you know, into this situation and or advocating towards something that they too could have been on my side and or advocating for the same thing. With the Four of Cups, maybe you feel like this was a wasted, not, I don't want to say wasted, there was a potential for you and another person to get something off the ground, and then things went sour, things ended. Maybe you feel like this was a wasted, or not wasted, a missed opportunity. I meant to say missed opportunity, not wasted. Nothing is ever wasted, by the way. But yeah, I feel like you might feel that this was a missed opportunity with a specific individual, and you see them taking some sort of action. Maybe you are triggered by this person's actions or what they're saying necessarily. And it's like, oh no. I find it challenging to recognize this person's truth. I find it challenging to know all the facts and or to see the bigger picture of why they could be acting in this way, why they could be speaking in this manner. And maybe you do end up, you know, doing something, fighting, standing up and fighting for what you believe in, not knowing that they actually are fighting for the same thing. Maybe differently than how you would fight for the, you know, for justice or speak your truth. You know, they might be speaking or communicating or expressing their own truth in a manner that you wouldn't necessarily, and it's like, well, okay, I'm seeing the bigger picture now, and I see that this person did have good intentions. I'm bored. Why did I even waste my, you know, energy, my effort into advocating for the right thing? This person has, you know, good intentions, and yes, I'm going to speak my truth, but so is this person possibly. You know, even though it's challenging to know the full truth, to see the bigger picture, I do feel like this person does have good intentions. It's like, oh, maybe I was just feeling, you know, like this was a missed opportunity to get with this person, and now I see maybe this person is moving on towards someone else. Maybe there's a little bit of an insecurity or a triggering, you know, on your part, where you feel like, oh, well, they're getting with someone better, you know, which is never the case, by the way. We're always going to wind up with the person we are meant to be with. You know, we learn certain lessons from specific individuals. Every single person is here to teach us something not only about ourselves, but about the life we want and about the life we don't want. You know, I do feel like that is what I have for you, Capricorn. Thank you for being supportive, for all the love. I do hope this was helpful and or insightful to some degree. And with that being said, I hope to see y'all in my TikTok live videos this week, and or maybe even for a personal paid reading on TikTok tonight at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. With that being said, one more time, thank you all for all the love and support. It is greatly, even muchly so, appreciated. Y'all take care and have a good night.